What is up, Legionnaires? Welcome to the channel. We're back with another top 10 for this coming week's new comic book day. That's going to be January 16th for the DC, 17th for everything else. And there's some good stuff coming out. Let's get into it. As always, huge shout out to Big Time Collectibles. Check them out at their website, on social media, on whatnot. If you need anything clean or press, my boy Justin over on Instagram can hook it up. His link is in the description to all my videos. And last but certainly not least, my local comic shop, ABX Comics and Games, where I'll be picking up all the books you'll see featured on today's list and any other list that I do. If you're looking for a great local retailer and you're in the Augusta area, they are the people for you. They also have a fantastic Facebook group. If you're into comics or tabletop gaming, check that out in the link as well. So like I said, this is the top 10 list, my top 10 list. When I look at next week's new stuff, there's some good stuff coming, and I cannot wait to get my hands on some of these. And there's a little twist at the end, one that I had seen a couple months ago where it was announced. And after reading the solicitation earlier today, I'm kind of got me scratching my head. It seems pretty interesting. I'll go ahead and apologize in advance for this video being late. I am severely under the weather, but medicine seems to be helping a lot, as well as getting some sunlight and stuff. So I'm going to push on through and try to get this video out a day late, but it's better than not at all. So first up on the list is none other than World's Finest, issue number 23. This has been a blast. Mark Waid, Dan Moore bringing us back to the world of Kingdom Come, where Superman and Batman are trying to catch up with the boy Thunder, who we met in an earlier adventure during World's Finest, who is destined to become none other than Magog. If you've read the magnum opus, which is Kingdom Come, you know that Magog is the catalyst for so many bad things that happen. In this, we're seeing how he kind of gets created, and they're trying to stop it from happening. It looks like there is no stopping it, though. We're seeing the rise of Magog in this issue. So I'm excited to dive into this. It's been an absolute blast. Kingdom Come is is my all-time favorite comic book story ever. So this has just been a blast. This is probably, and I've said it before, DC's best ongoing monthly title, hands down. And there's a lot of good ones, but really DC, Marvel, either one. This is just top-tier comic book storytelling right here. Check it out. Next up, and I'm really excited to dive into this, we have Superman issue number 10 from Joshua Williamson. As you can see, the Dawn of DC banner is starting to fade away. We've passed the little initiative to get the readers to jump on. We're getting well into our stories and stuff. 10 issues in for Superman, and now he's taking what seems to be a time-hopping adventure with Marilyn Moonlight. We're going back to the Wild Wild West, where he'll be meeting the man of yesterday. The man of tomorrow will be having a fun little Western adventure with him. Beautiful cover A right here. I don't know who did this cover, but it is absolutely gorgeous. I'm excited to dive into this Marilyn Moonlight character. Super cool so far. Very mysterious, popping in and out here and there through what we've read so far in the first 9 issues. It's one of the new characters Joshua Williamson is introducing in his run. So who knows? It might have some longevity, might have a very fantastic backstory here that gets a bunch more appearances in comics later down the road. But we'll see where it all goes in issue number 10. Next up, we have Titans issue 7. And I say it like that because this book is this should have been like a flagship title. Like, they're really pushing the Titans right now. You forefronted them. They have the event right now. You've sidelined the Justice League so that the Titans can really shine. And Tom Taylor's just not doing his best work right here. I know a lot of people praise him for Nightwing, but when it comes to ongoing titles, I really feel like Tom Taylor is just mediocre at best. That's not a criticism against him, because he's one of the best writers when it comes to Elseworld titles, miniseries, events, and stuff like that. But this, I don't know what it is. It's something weird. Anyways, issue 7 right here, we've got Brother Eternity revealing that he's not actually Brother Blood, that he's a Temerian, whatever race of alien Starfire is. He's one of those people, and he's like a big player in setting up this whole invasion and everything that's happening with Beast World. And this is a tie-in to that. We'll see what he's really up to. He's exposing the motives behind what he's doing, and I'm sure it ties back before Starfire's parents were killed, where he just felt like he should be in power. But we'll see where it goes. The interior artist on this is absolutely crushing it. This book is almost worth the price of admission just for the art alone. But this one right here, Wonder Woman issue number 5, this right here is worth the price of admission for the writing, the art, the colors. Hell, the letterist is even sending this one. This book right here has shocked me every step of the way. If you hear somebody trashing this book, they are dishonest, or they just did not read it, because this is probably one of the most impressive 5 issues or 4 so far, 4 issues of comic book I've read. The whole premise behind this is the government's trying to kick the Amazonians out of the states following a murder, and they've entrusted this shady individual called Commander Steele, or Sergeant Steele, I'm sorry, to do it. We've had some stellar, personal, dynamic, action-packed issues so far. This led us to this one with Sergeant Steele licking his wounds and trying to reevaluate how he is going to address Diana. We're also supposed to be getting Wonder Woman coming to Diana in this one and talking about some of the options of how to move forward, as well as a backup story, still introducing us to the character Trinity in a flashback mini backup story featuring Super Sons as well. This has been fantastic. The concept of the Sovereign, the shady elites that are behind the scenes that are pulling all the strings of the true government. So that's really cool. I'm digging this. This is just so ridiculous. Next up, we have the finale to Christopher Priest's maxi series, Superman Lost. Is he going to be able to save the lost world that he experienced on his cosmic odyssey? Is this wild, crazy, pregnant Green Lantern named Hope on a warpath on Earth going to have a part in saving that world or a part in its destruction? We're going to find out in the final issue here. That cover A is gorgeous. Christopher Priest has written a very, very beautiful story. I've really dug this. So if you have not read this, now that it's wrapping up, they should be putting it in a collected volume. Highly, highly recommend. Also, big excited for this. We have issue number 4 of Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong. The Legion of Doom have tapped into this multiverse once again, bringing the Legendary Pictures Monsterverse over to the DCU and send an all-out assault of monsters after the Justice League. With Superman down and out and the monsters are moving across the globe, it looks like we're taking it to Atlantis in this issue with a giant titan attacking none other than Arthur's kingdom. I'm excited to be going down under the water for this one and see what kind of different titans they introduce in this. That's always part of the fun of diving into the Monsterverse stuff, is seeing the different monsters and all that stuff. So it'll be pretty dope. And I believe that we're being introduced to a whole nother villain element in this one with the League of Shadows. So who knows where it'll go. A lot of cool variants to choose from with this one. Be sure to check yourselves for those. Next up, this is going to be a hot one this week. Joshua Williamson, Cobra Commander. This is the final. I think this is the final one to roll out from the Energon universe stuff. They introduced us to it with Void Rivals. Then we had Transformers. Then Duke came out 2 weeks ago. Now we're getting Cobra Commander. And this has got a great solicitation. It's a world where Cobra has not even existed yet. We have this shady character called Cobra Commander who's looking to make a play with this alien power source called Energon. So this is not the previously existing G.I. Joe world at all. It's all new, all like being built up inside of its own pages with Transformers, Duke, and Cobra Commander. So I think that's super cool way to bring new readers in, as well as myself who haven't kept up with G.I. Joe in the past. Duke was fantastic. I'm very excited to see what Joshua Williamson is going to do with Cobra Commander and what kind of ties and little Easter eggs to the Energon universe we're going to be given throughout this run right here. Next up on the list is none other than Green Lantern War Journal issue number 5 from Philip Kennedy Johnson. While this one's really not like putting me over the top, it has been pretty solid. I feel like we're still just sweeping up the pieces that remained of the pre-Dawn of DC era of storytelling. We have the Revenant Queen and doing her thing. Jon Stewart's still poisoned by her. He's forged a temporary ring and he's got his team together. He's going to go out for the battle. I think this is only going to be a 6-issue limited series. I'm not sure, but it's just really not doing the most for me. I'm definitely interested to keep up with Green Lantern stuff, and I'm not going to drop it from my pool by any stretch of the imagination, but it's not sending it like I wish it was. Not like Flashes with Jay Garrett, issue number 4 by Jeremy Adams. Dr. Elemental's origin and the path that he took from the 1940s to current is supposed to be revealed in this issue. Watching Judy get reintroduced to her family since being one of the lost children has been fantastic. The storytelling, the pacing, the action, everything about this book is a solid 10 out of 10. Cannot sing its praises enough. Issue 4 right here. Cannot wait. It's supposed to be a 6-issue limited series as well. Who knows where it'll go from there? Who knows where Jeremy Adams will go from there? All I know is y'all better put him back on Flash. Like, the fans need to start crying out. If you're on social media, we need to start a hashtag or something to get Jeremy Adams back on Flash, because he's the guy for the job. And lastly, the last book on here is the one that I was talking about in the beginning that really caught my attention. This right here, Avengers Twilight. This is from Chip Zdarsky. It seemed like it's almost like an Elseworld kind of thing. The solicitation read something along the lines of, in a world where there's peace and freedom is actually an illusion, Captain America is no longer needed, but Steve Rogers is still around. All of his friends are dead. And how do you assemble a team of Avengers when no one wants you to, or something like that? It's got my interest. This Alex Ross A cover is beautiful. I might try this one out. You know, I love the Marvel characters, just don't love bad storytelling. So maybe Chip Zdarsky's got something up his sleeve here. He's doing pretty decent with Batman. I know everyone praised his Daredevil run, so I might give this one a try just to see what's up with it. I'm not sure how long this is set to run for. It does solicit like a mini series, so we'll see. We'll see. I'm definitely interested in trying it out. So that's going to be it for my top 10 list. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you're excited for. Was it anything on this list? What are some of the stuff that's on your list? I appreciate everybody watching. Be sure to hit that thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you'd like to support the channel even farther, check out the merch store down below. Pick you up some cool swag. Hit that join button. Become a channel member. And until next time, as always, I'm Mark, but we are Legion.